Utashi Docile. I'm from Bukavu, a small town in the eastern part of Democratic Republic of Congo, a town of around 49 kilometers squares, but with more than 1 million inhabitants. Also, I'm a master's student at the Pan-African University Institute of Water and Energy Sciences, including climate change. I studied water engineering there. I have a background in civil engineering and environment, especially in hydraulics and environment. I had a lot of experiences in leadership positions. I think people from my region, the eastern part of Africa, will relate more with that. Like I said, the president of Child Parliament in my province, the president of the community of Congolese students in Burundi, and as a boy scout, I'm a boy scout up to now. I try to also work in some companies as an intern, as an engineer, and I participated in some competitions across the continent. So, in short, I'm a Pan-African. An African is someone who loves the continent, is someone who loves Africa. And by loving Africa, I mean that it's someone who cannot do something that is harmful for the continent, neither for his own personal glory or for any reason. He should be someone who is looking to build a continent, someone who is looking for unity in the continent. That's why when you are going abroad, you are trying to see how Africans are seen. It looks like we are the last, but an African is someone who should be striving for excellence, looking how to represent the continent as much as he can with his own capabilities. But something that is most important also is many Africans are skilled. They love their continent, but they have also to give back to the continent. That act also should be involved, giving back to the continent. So if you love the continent, you are striving for the continent, for excellence, and you are ready to give back to the continent, either the knowledge, the money, or your talent, then you are an African. The education system in Africa has to be improved because everything in life we have to upgrade. Education, science is not static, is like everything. Things are growing up, things are changing. Something that is the reality today, tomorrow it can change and it will not be the same thing. So we have to upgrade. And especially the education system in Africa, we are still lacking the technical parts of it, the technology, how to integrate technology in our education system. Like we still use papers, we still use books, and I think today is the time also that the education system, government should think about how to innovate the education systems. There is a lot of issues, people who don't have access to materials, scientific materials in villages, but today there is technology. How can we integrate technology into our education systems? That's a thing that can change our current situation in Africa. Also, we need to incorporate into our education systems some liberal skills like leadership and entrepreneurship, because if we want to diversify our economies, we have to incorporate these things in the younger generations, the next generation. They should know that it's not only by reading that we are going to achieve things, but also by our example in the societies, and also by what we are doing for the societies to improve the economy of each and every one. So those are my advice to the education systems. I encourage a lot exchange programs which are founded by African governments and also the African Union, because they help the scholars to meet together, to exchange their knowledge, to exchange their cultural perspectives about scientific solutions, and even about current problems on the continent. So I encourage those initiatives, and I think they will help a lot Africa in a near future. Okay, the state or the economy of my beloved country is very bad. I think we are it's the bottom of the classifications when it comes to economy. And it's so unfortunate because when we look at our natural resources in the country, I think in Africa we are the first one with a lot of natural resources. We have minerals, we have water, we have great potentialities in the country, but the economy is really bad. So I would like to maybe try to appeal everyone who has a power in the country to try to shift from minerals and from foreign aids to more sustainable development. And by sustainable development, I think that now is the time to shift from investing in gold, in diamonds, in copper, in coltan, and everything that makes only other countries greater, and to start to invest in our own economy, like our own natural resources. And by natural resources, I mean in water. If we are able to supply water to the population, I'm sure that they will be able to generate a lot of money which can sustain other expenses of the government. If we are able to generate renewable energy, maybe through hydropower, through the Inga Dam, it can also sustain the economy because the country has the potentiality of sustaining all the needs of Africa in electricity just using hydropower. So it's something that can generate also sustainable economy for the country. And if we are also trying to invest more in scientific things, in tourism, in natural development, and not trying just to invest in perishable resources like diamond, gold. Today, there is a lot of mobile phones, but almost every phone is coming from Congo in one way or in another. But what about the economy of Congo, which is still lagging behind? So today is the time to make a diversification into our economy, to try to change the way people were doing with only minerals, and to try to or help while still waiting for foreign aids, and to try to invest in things that are sustainable, like renewable energy, like water supply, and natural resources which are more sustainable and renewable for our economy. What I will do differently is to start entrepreneurship early. Like in the first year, I should have started a company. I know it might, I think there could have been a lot of challenges starting a company just in the first year of undergrad, but I'm sure it's the way to go because the world will never wait for you to be ready. You have to prepare yourself, and you prepare yourself through experiences. And if there is one that I started somehow late in my studies was entrepreneurship. I started it in the last year, but I'm sure, and I'm very sure that everyone should start it during the first year of the undergrad. Entrepreneurship, starting something that can not only give you money but also can help you to develop your financial ability, and your management of people and resources can be something great. Je m'appelle Utashi Docile et j'aimerais appeler la population congolaise à investir dans l'éducation générations futures. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes dans un monde qui a beaucoup de challenges, qui demande beaucoup à la jeunesse. Et je crois que pour que nous puissions évoluer en tant que Congolais, en tant que Congolaises, nous devons investir dans l'éducation des futures générations. Et cela passe par le leadership, ça passe par l'entrepreneuriat, ça passe aussi par investir dans les différentes capacités techniques des jeunes, parce que ça ne sert à rien de réciter tous les poèmes de je ne sais quel poète, mais ça sert aussi à quelque chose de savoir comment réparer une ampoule, comment réparer un ordinateur, comment construire une maison, comment construire une fondation, comment faire des trucs qui sont palpables aussi. Et je crois qu'une autre chose aussi, ce serait d'apprendre aux jeunes de ne pas se limiter juste à l'apprentissage du français, mais aussi apprendre des langues étrangères, et particulièrement l'anglais, qui est aussi une langue officielle du pays. Et ça pourrait aider tout le monde à avoir plusieurs opportunités. Il ne sera jamais temps d'échanger, il n'y aura jamais une opportunité d'échanger, mais les changements commencent quand on veut que ça puisse changer. Et je crois que ce temps-là, c'est maintenant. J'appelle les autorités, j'appelle la population et tout le monde à changer présentement, à essayer de faire mieux que ce qui a été fait. Et je suis sûr que vous avez les capacités et vous avez la possibilité de toujours faire mieux que ce qui est présentement. Merci. I think what's next is the future of a water engineer. For sure, I have some projects regarding the water sector for my country and for the water supply sector in my country, because there is million of populations, million of inhabitants who don't have access to water, and I will try through my master thesis to try to change it into a development program, a development project, in order to reach and to try to give something back to the community. So that's the first way. But also I would like to continue to improve and to know better, because having a master degree is not the end, and if there is a possibility of going for a PhD, I think that also will be great. So those are my perspectives.